Oh, we just jump right in it.
Go far away. What stands out in the first several days of practice?
Just, they've been very businesslike, just their demeanor and how they've approached it every day. So we started last Tuesday as far as camp. We didn't get on the field until Thursday, but, just a lot of meetings Tuesday, kind of camp mode Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we transitioned to the field on Thursday. So, and so we've been rocking and rolling, getting through the acclimatization period. Today was the first day of full pads and first day of some live work where we were able to, get our first, full tackling. So a little short yards and goal line, but. I was telling them yesterday at practice, the biggest thing I would say is they've just been businesslike. They've just been about their business. There's been a lot of great energy. The guys have competed the way we need them to compete. They're just practicing the right way. That's been the most encouraging thing as far as the type of habits that we need to have in practice. Just hadn't been a lot of bull crap going on. I mean, it's just been a very focused group, and, we need to continue that. No. We just again, been going a week and just a couple of guys a little banged up here or there, but nothing serious. Only serious injury we've had is Jarvis Green. He's going to probably be out most of the year, so we had to do surgery on his foot. So he'll have a chance to come back at the end of the season. I hate that for him. I really do. But that's the only serious injury we've had. Other ones are short-term type things.
Got to talk to Ian the other day. This may be a stupid question, but with his length and his jumping ability, have you thought much about using him blocking kicks?
Absolutely. Yeah, sure have. Just hadn't done it yet, but we'll get to it, when we get into some of that stuff. But yeah, he's definitely a guy that you could see in a role like that. Also, talked about maybe into game type stuff. We have certain packages we've always done. We haven't always gotten in those situations, but like last play type stuff where it's your feet are on the goal line, and he'll be a guy that we probably talk about for that situation as well.
What are the early returns on him? Just your observations of him?
Yeah, I mean, we're just getting going with him, trying to really just kind of force the issue. We've got 2 weeks now that we're in pads. Really need to force the issue with him because we really couldn't take another step till we could get the physical part. So now that we're in pads, we're trying to just force more reps his way so we can just bring him as far along as we can, because we got 2 weeks, and you start school in 2 weeks, you really only rep 2 groups. So we've got a lot to get done these next 2 weeks. He needs all the reps he can get. Actually had a big catch today. Guy hanging all over him and made a great play. It was fun to see that. The team got all excited. And, so we're just chase him all around the field. He's just got a lot to learn. It's fast. He knows what to do, but it happens really, really fast, when you get on the field. But, proud of him. He's doing the work and learning how we got to get him low, we got to get him playing with leverage and, some things like that. So some sled work, some shoot work. He's doing great, showing up and doing the work. It's a good room, but we're just trying to, find out again what his role can be and how far we can get him before we start game planning. And once you get into the season, then you start to package stuff. And so far so good.
Lawson's injury, and how long do you expect him to?
Short term, just short term.
Notice Peter wasn't out there today.
Sick. Yeah, he tried to go, but he just said we just didn't want him around anybody. He was sick as a dog. He was sick this morning, and then just got worse as the day went. So they just didn't want him around, anybody.
What's different about Joey Meadows than out here?
There's a lot different. It's not perfect. This is perfect. That's not. It's just kind of a, it's just kind of a mental challenge too. I really wasn't that hot for whatever reason. It's been Club Med around here for hot as crap all summer, and then all of a sudden it's it's crazy. We've had 2 complete washout rain days, and then when we have been outside, it's been cool. It hadn't really been hot yet, so I'm hoping that'll change a little bit. But hey, I always tell them you got to have a little favor along the way, and they've already had some to this point because it really hasn't been too taxing from just a heat standpoint. But it's just it's just a different environment, a little more of a mental challenge, I think, because again, it's everything over here is so nice and so perfect, and that's the opposite of that. Although it looks pretty good over there, it's probably the best it's ever been. So just kind of changing, and this is kind of when we flip camp, so the first week it's an afternoon type of deal, and it's really, because we kind of got to go around. There's some finals that have been going on. Believe it or not, we actually go to school, and so there's been some finals that we've had to deal with. So we kind of structure it that way. Tomorrow will be meetings only, so we're trying not to go more than 3 days in a row as far as on our legs. And so tomorrow is, so at least every 4th day we get a day off, and that's pretty standard. Kind of mimicking the NFL, honestly. And so tomorrow we'll meet and in the morning, and then tomorrow around lunchtime we'll go spend the afternoon. We'll have a little team outing day. Come back tomorrow night, have meetings, and then we'll have our first double day on Friday, and we flip camp. So camp on Friday flips to the morning. So we'll have a true kind of double day on Friday, and then we'll have our first preseason game on Saturday. We get 2 preseason games, and the first one's on Saturday. So, that's what the first part of camp is all about. It's building toward that game, that scrimmage, getting them ready situationally. You have ACC refs coming in here, coaches, everybody. We get 2 opportunities to really get ourselves ready. So, we've got a few more things. We'll get into some 2-minute on Friday. We'll get into some 2nd and long, play 3rd down. But we've done a lot of situational stuff to this point, offense, defense, and special teams. So just getting them ready for the scrimmage, and then we'll see where we are and go from there. I think that's always the case. You have a good plan of what you want to do, but that first scrimmage usually kind of dictates where you are, and then, do we stay the course on what we've got planned, or do we need to tweak a few things?
What have you learned about backup corner so far?
Guys are all better. I mean, I think they're really improving. Strozier and Gipp in particular, really proud of both of those guys, 2 guys that we need. We need to get Jay Lou back. He's been down a few days, but hopefully we'll get him back. Hopefully first of next week, he'll be back rolling. But we feel really good about Jay Lou and Ashton and AV. But I tell you, Strozier and Gipp have really come on. Proud of them. We've worked Shelton. Shelton's gotten some good work at corner. We've worked Tink a little bit. So we're trying to just develop as much depth for the season as we can. But Strozier and Gipp have done a nice job for us. And I'm going to tell you, little Miles Oliver, he's not as he's played he's been here for 5 years, and I don't think he's played it down hardly. This kid has had more injuries, and honestly, I think he's still got 3 years left of eligibility because he's had red shirt and he's had medical. I mean, he's had about everything. But I tell you, he flashes, and he reminds you okay, well, that's why we recruited that guy. He just hasn't had any luck as far as being available for a season, and so I hope that if he can really stay out there for the year, he's getting better. He just flashes, he catches your eyes, and then we got a kid named Michael Mankaka who's been around here a little bit that is a really good depth guy for us too. So it's been a solid group to this point.
What if you continue to see this freshman class of offensive linemen? What's that next step for them?
Well, we got to get 2 of them back. We got to get Braden and Easton. We're down today, but hopefully we'll get them back, soon. But it's a good group. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, the kid that nobody talks about is Gavin Blanchard. He was kind of like a lost guy in this class, but that's a good football player right there. He's a dirtbag. He is a really good football player. He's a smart football player. He's just one of those guys that plays better than his attributes, I guess is the best way I could say that. He's worked some center, he's worked guard, he's just a smart kid, but he is tough, strong hands, really good leverage football player. So, again, everybody talks about Easton and Braden, and as they should. And Rowan, Byrne is coming in there. We've got Watson Young back, but this little Gavin Blanchard now, he's a really good addition for us. I'm glad we got him. Kind of guy that we got in on a little late, but I'm really glad we got him. I think, got a chance to be a good football player if he'll stick with it.
Jaheim Lawson got to play a bunch last season, had a really good spring game. Have you seen him kind of take that next step forward?
Probably one of the most pleasing guys in camp. Jaheim has since the day he got here, he's always lacked something. When he got here, he was 210 pounds. He lacked size. And so he's been a work in progress. Then, he lacked experience. And then, honestly, he lacked a little bit of maturity, too. And now he really don't lack anything. He's 261 pounds, and he is strong. He's always been a strong-handed kid, like a really I think it's just something in the Lawson DNA, because Shaq was the same way, but he's a really heavy-handed kid, football player. But now he's got the power behind it with he's 260 pounds. He's not 220, he's not 215. And I mean, he is a long-arm kid that can really create havoc. And he's always had a great motor. That's honestly one of the main reasons we signed him, is because I watched him his whole life, and he's a high motor kid. He's a high energy kid. But he's been a developmental guy.